Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Dano. Yeah, like I thought, you know, I knew that people, especially white society and their little sellouts, were going to try to make this seem like this are two different things. The gorilla incident and this alligator incident. Last night I came across this website. I came across the CNN article. Sorry, I am tired. I just woke up not so long ago. Um, where they're trying to say that these both of these incidents are two different things: the Harambe gorilla incident and the kid being snatched by the alligator. I was going back and forth with this guy from on YouTube where he was trying to say that black people are always playing victims according to him. Yet his dumb ass must not read books or anything like that, or just statistics period, because it shows that black people are arrested, charged, and indicted and serve longer prison sentences than whites who commit the same crime. So what do you mean blacks play the victim? Usually when it comes to white supremacy, we are the victim. It's not that we're sitting here crying about shit and we want to cry about every fucking thing. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Anyways, so here's the guy right here, and I call him Beaner and everything. I call him a Beaner not because I hate Hispanics. It's because I call anybody who's a fucking sellout a Beaner, or a coon, or a nigger, because that's what they are. So if you're Hispanic, don't get offended because I don't hate Hispanics. I just call them that when they're a coon or a sellout. You know what I'm saying? When they're a sellout. Just like I call blacks coons. But yeah, I also call them coconut, which is a word that's used by Mexican Americans to describe a sellout, a Hispanic sellout. So yeah, he was trying to say that, blacks play victims. Well, like I said, when you look at the statistics, we usually are the fucking victims. And I called him, this because, he's one of those people who want to get a pat on the head by society, by racist white society, so that he can fit in. And the funny thing is, if you look at his profile, you see a little child that's wearing a fitted cap. Who are the people in America and around the world who is known for wearing fitted caps? Black Americans. Nobody else. Nobody else is known for that. That was part of our trend. You know what I'm saying? This guy listens to black music, he listens to hip hop, he listens to cholo music, which is based off of our music, our culture, which I have no problem with. This guy dislikes blacks, and there's a lot of Hispanics like that. There's a lot of them like that, especially those cholos, those gangbangers. It's just funny, the hypocrisy with them. But don't get me wrong, I don't hate all Hispanics. I just hate the very stupid, bigoted ones. But anyways, so he was trying to say that, because this comment that I originally responded to was this one. It says, now this is talking about the whole alligator incident. Are we going to bring up the father's criminal record? And, of course it got a lot of likes, but of course a lot of people responded to it because it got so many likes or whatever. But this guy, he tries to say that we're playing victim, stuff like that. But anyways, I responded to the question. I responded to the comment, the original comment, whatever. And I had said, yeah. So he said basically that some of the most irresponsible parents that he knows are black parents. And I was like, okay, that's okay, whatever he said. And then he brought up this whole drug thing that most people who sell drugs are black and all this stuff. He just went into this stupid stuff that really doesn't even have anything to do with this fucking case. But the facts actually show, if you look at stats, whites do more drugs than blacks. I live across the street from a damn drug house, and across the street, you know who buys more drugs? You know who sells more drugs? You know who most of their patrons are? The people who come through and buy the damn drugs? Fucking white people. And this is in the middle of a black neighborhood. Ohio is one of those states. Our state does. We have a drug epidemic here. It was so bad that it was in national news years ago. It was on Oprah. Literally, white people come all the way out from these small towns to buy drugs. They drive hours to come and get drugs. Seriously, that's how bad it is. It's known. You can look up the statistics right now. Whites do more drugs than blacks. So why he brought that up, it has no clue. I have no clue. But I was telling him that, why was it okay for them to bring up the father's criminal past of the kid who fell into the gorilla, who wasn't even there, who had nothing to do with the situation that unfolded at the zoo? Why did they bring that up? And he was like, well, it shows that the parent is irresponsible or something like that. I'm like, no, it doesn't, because he was trying to say that this white father has no criminal history, no criminal past. I'm like, okay, well, if that's true, the white father has no criminal past, then that proves absolutely nothing about child neglect and being an irresponsible parent, because he was trying to say that black people are more irresponsible because we sell drugs and all this other stupid shit that made no sense at all. Look, having a criminal history does not mean that you are an irresponsible person or irresponsible parent, because there's many people who have been arrested. Because if you get arrested once, that's going on your record. You know what I'm saying? That means that you have a criminal past, and I put quotes around that. That doesn't mean that you're a irresponsible person. I believe Bernie Sanders got arrested during the 60s. Does that mean that he's an irresponsible person or irresponsible parent? No. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Because, okay, the father of the gorilla incident, okay, he has a criminal past. The father, let's just say that the father of this alligator incident doesn't have a criminal past. Yet, in this situation, the person that was more irresponsible will have to be the kid's father from the alligator incident. Why? Because there was a sign there. I would say the parents. I'm going to say the parents, and just straight up, the parents were irresponsible, more irresponsible than the mother of the gorilla incident, simply because in the alligator incident, there were signs saying no swimming. The parents were walking on the beach while their kid, this is what witnesses says. I don't care what the websites are saying, because they're trying to say that it's unclear when witnesses are clearly saying that they saw the parents with their young daughter on the beach, because the young daughter was like so young that they had her in a like child seat or something like that while they were on the beach. And the kid, the 2-year-old child, was playing in the water when there were signs saying no swimming. So that was just blatant child neglect and irresponsibility, straight up. But in the incident with the gorilla at the zoo, the mother, like witnesses said, she was taking care of her 3 other children. I believe there were 3 other children. When the other kid had slipped away and climbed over the fence. And like witnesses said, it happened so fast. For a 4-year-old child to climb over a fence and fall back there in minutes, less than minutes, that's absolutely ridiculous. And that zoo needs to step their game up. And people need to understand this. Never did I say that the zoo is fully responsible and that the mother has no responsibility in this whole incident. She does. I always said that I believe that blame falls on both parties, the zoo and the mother. But of course, all these racist assholes want to sit there and put the full blame on the mother. And it was funny because the witch hunt only took place after they found out that the mother was black. Because before that, they didn't care all too much. They was like, oh yeah, it's sad, the gorilla got killed, but at least they saved the kid. But then after that, all this hate came out. All of this hate came out. And people see that. You see people talking about that everywhere. So I'm not the only one who's seen that. But with this whole gorilla thing, with this whole alligator thing, now people are like, oh, that poor kid. Even though they killed 5 fucking alligators. Where are the PETA people at now? Where are these animal people at now? Where are they? They're nowhere to be fucking found. There's no fucking outrage. There's no big outrage. There's no petitions being signed. There's no pulling up the father's criminal past, as if pulling up the father's criminal past in the gorilla case made a fucking difference. It made no fucking difference at all. It had nothing to do with it because the guy wasn't even there, and what the hell does that even mean? Oh, well, it shows that he's an irresponsible parent. Well, in this case, the alligator father doesn't have any criminal history, at least I'm going to assume that, and yet he was outright irresponsible. So shut the fuck up. That kills that argument right there. So yeah, I mean, people. You people make no fucking sense. You make no fucking sense. But I'm like this. Hey, since y'all want to pull up the father's criminal past and the gorilla incident, okay, pull up this guy's criminal past. Let's see if y'all gonna be such an assholes. Let's see if you're gonna show your things of double standards, because that's all I'm talking about is double standards. You guys are full of it. You guys are full of shit, and you're just showing me what I already know. But I'm glad, because now black people are starting to see how fucked up this society is. Because trust me, there's still black people out there who are delusional and believe that this society isn't racist. That's not a white supremacy system, because that's what this is. You see how they coddle this family, but the other family, there was a fucking blood. They were out for their fucking blood. So that's the point that I'm making. And this little Polio, or Polio, however you pronounce that, he's a fucking coconut. It was funny because I'm just gonna read what he says. He says, "No, dumbass. Do you think that a criminal is a good example for a kid?" Never did I say that. I never said that a criminal is a good example for a kid. But you don't know the father. Just because you have a criminal past, like I said before, doesn't mean that you're currently a criminal. I have a criminal past. I had a criminal past when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? But I have not done anything illegal since being an adult. That doesn't mean that I am a bad person or bad role model or irresponsible person, anything like that. And he says, "You really see white boys selling crack on the corner?" Yeah, not crack, because crack is played out. See, his dumb ass. See, most racist people like to pull up crack. Crack is played out. You will still see remnants of crackheads on the corner, but it's not as bad as it was in the 80s and 90s. That thing is played out. Now what you see are meth heads and pill heads. Majority of them, white. White. And see, he probably lives in a place where there's not too many whites at all, because I know in Southern California, where blacks and Hispanics live, there are barely any white people at all. So he probably only sees, crackhead Hispanic dudes, Latinos, and crackhead blacks. But if you live in a place where I live, where the state is majority white, you will see it. You will see it. Most of the United States population is on the eastern coast of the United States. We have more white people over here than they do on the West Coast, so we see it more often over here. Yes, in the 90s there were crackheads, but that's done. Black people got smart and was like, fuck that shit. Now you see meth heads and pill heads everywhere. Everywhere. Even in black neighborhoods, there's mostly black people, you will see white people come in and out buying drugs. In and out, in and out, in and out. Okay, so this dumbass, he doesn't know how to spell. He says, okay, I'm just gonna start from the last sentence. He says, "You really see white boys selling crack on the corner?" We're comparing. I don't. Okay, because he's trying to say that we apostrophe ER, comparing two parents, not two races. Dumb fuck. I'm the dumb fuck. I'm the dumb fuck, but he can't spell we're, and he put dumb and fuck together. I know that sometimes people put it together and stuff like that, but actually those are two different words. It's not like dumbass. Now dumbass is something you put together, but dumb fuck, no, you space that. The white dad obviously was a good parent. I'm not saying that he wasn't a good parent. That's the thing. See, just because you're saying the parent was irresponsible in this incident doesn't mean that he was a straight up irresponsible parent. And see, that's the point that a lot of people were arguing. what the hell does an irresponsible parent in general has to do with that situation, like at the zoo? Because say if the parent is a terrible parent, there's a lot of terrible parents out there who kids aren't falling into fucking lion, gorilla enclosures, or who are not being taken by fucking alligators. You know what I'm saying? But he said that it has to do with comparing two parents. Well, see, the fact is that both parents were irresponsible that day. But the white parents were more outright irresponsible, and he's trying to make it seem like this is not a race incident. Yes, it is, because when they found out that the kid was black and that his parents were black, they were totally upset. There was a big fucking outrage about it. So this is a racial thing. Like I've been telling people for the longest, it is a racial thing, whether you want to realize it or not, because people weren't arguing until they weren't outraged until they found out that the kid was black and that the gorilla lost his life for a black kid in order to save a black kid. They were outraged because of that. So it is a race thing. Whatever your name is, I'm not even gonna pronounce it because this is, oh man. But yeah, we're comparing we're comparing where. Yeah, I'm a dumb fuck. I'm a dumbass. But yeah, we're comparing two parents, not two races, dumb fuck. The white dad obviously was a good parent and a good role model. Yeah, you know him very well. You know him very well. Not a guy with a criminal record. Okay? The guy with the criminal record wasn't even there. And the guy without the criminal record, who you assume don't have a criminal record, he was outright, blatantly irresponsible with his child that day. And like I said, I'm not saying that he's an irresponsible parent. I'm not even saying that the father with a criminal history is an irresponsible parent. But what can be proven is that the father of the child who got taken by the alligator was outright irresponsible. Him and his wife were outright irresponsible for letting their child go into a body of water where there were signs saying no swimming. Who knows? At the bottom of that lagoon, there could have been a drain. Many people have died this way, by swimming into like ponds and not knowing that there's drains at the bottom because usually in man-made ponds there's drains so that they can drain the fucking ponds or the body of water. And people have died from swimming out there, and then they end up getting sucked. They get sucked into the drain, not all the way down to the drain, but their foot gets stuck in there, and they're down there drowning in the fucking water. So there are reasons why they tell you not to swim. Okay, there wasn't alligator signs saying not to get in the water, but there were signs. Walt Disney did their part. I'm not saying that they could have did more, but they did their part at telling people to stay the fuck out the water. Yet these parents let their child go into the water. I can tell you this, I don't have kids, but I have a niece who I treat like my daughter, like as if she was my daughter. If there was a sign saying no swimming, guess what? Her ass will not be in that water. My ass will not be in that water. I will tell her to get away from the water, and if she goes near the water, guess what? She's getting in trouble, but I wouldn't even let her get nowhere near that water, and she's 10, she's about to be 10. Much older than these kids. I wouldn't even let her get near the water, especially in Central Florida. Are you kidding me? I've been to Florida so many times. Last time I was in Orlando, we went to the alligator farm. We were on the Everglades, and there were fucking alligators everywhere. Everywhere there were alligators. So come on. If you live in the United States, you know that Florida is known for alligators. Shit, their fucking mascot on their state flag should be a damn alligator. Their state animal should be an alligator. It probably is, I don't know. But it should be alligator because Florida is most known for alligators. Even though we know there are alligators in other states, Florida is most known for alligators. Shit, they even got a team that has a mascot called the Florida Gators. I think it's Florida. It's not Florida State, it's just Florida University. Florida Gators. So come on, people. Come the fuck on. These parents were outright irresponsible with the mother at the zoo. Yeah, I would say that she was irresponsible to an extent. Because, trust me, if that was me, my kid wouldn't have got behind that gorilla enclosure. My eye would be on them 24/7, even if I had 5 kids with me. But I can understand why that incident unfolded because, like I said, she's not Octomom. She can't hold on to 8 different kids. She didn't have that many kids. She can't hold on to 4 different kids at the same time. And like the people said, it happened very quickly. This one, the parents were up on the beach while the kid was in the water. That's being irresponsible. The child was 2. If anything, I would have feared that the child would drown. Yet they thought it was alright. Now, I'm not saying that the parents are terrible at all. Because, look, see, this is the thing. I like to try to be fair about things. White supremacists, they're not. They'll sit there and say all this type of shit. They'll sit there and say all this shit. And know damn well that it's not true. And that they're just being very evil and hypocritical. Me, I like to be fair about things. Because even though I feel a type of way towards white people, especially racist white people, I hate racist white people. If you're not a racist white person, I have no problem with you. Really, I don't. But I have a problem with the society that whites benefit from. All whites here benefit from. And you can try to argue all you want, but this white privilege, this whole white supremacy thing is real. And other whites will acknowledge it. But yeah, you know, it's sad. You know, both incidents were sad. Both of them. But, you know, this is nothing more than God showing how hypocritical people are. How hypocritical this society is. Just think about it. It was only a couple weeks ago when this whole gorilla incident happened and everybody was against the mother. Everybody. All of these white people were against the mother. I'm not saying that every white person, but most white people that were voicing their opinions about the subject were against the mother. But now, in this incident, now a lot of white people are on the hush-hush and they're on the defense saying, hey, you can't say that. You're being insensitive and all this other shit. Get the fuck out of here. Being insensitive, my ass. We're just pulling up the facts. Are you going to pull up the criminal history of this father? Oh, you're being insensitive. Ha, okay, whatever. I saw somebody respond to Tariq Nasheed like that. We're being insensitive now, but before we weren't. When you guys were asking about, you know, pulling up the criminal history of the father who wasn't even there in the incident took place, when the incident took place. Yeah, but people like, I'm just going to call him Polio. People like Polio, they're stupid, they're sellouts, they want a pat on the head by white racist society that will kill him in a heartbeat. Kill him in a heartbeat. It's sad, man. They kill his son because I'm assuming that he's my age because it says Polio, whatever, 1988. So he got to be like 27, 28 years old. I'm assuming he's my age, and I'm assuming that that's his kid. They will kill his kid the same way. They will kill his kid. Kill his kid the same way. They will kill his kid, and he won't elicit any sympathy from white society because they'll look at the picture of his child like, oh, he was a thug. He was a thug. Anything black people do is considered to be a damn thug. Like Mike Brown, he threw up the peace sign sideways, and they said that was a gang sign. They said that was a gang sign. I swear, anything black people do is thug behavior, according to white people. Racist white people, is thug behavior. Alex Jones, I was watching a video the other day where the Orlando shooter, he took a picture where he posed and he had his hand on his chin, and they said that was Alex Jones said that he was posing like a thug. Like, what? Why is posing with your head on your chin, your hand on your chin, why is that thug behavior? Is it because a lot of black people do it who are not thugs, but just because black people do it, it's a thug behavior? Alex Jones does that a lot, and the little Sambo coon that works